Good morning everyone, we're on a Vauxhall Vectra C and it's a 57 plate, and the person has complained it's the dashboard warning lights work intermittently. He was going along the road and he lost his speedo, he lost everything on the dash, but the car keeps running. So we're wondering what's up with this thing. The dash is working at the moment and we scanned it and it is coming up with no comms code for the dash and other bits and pieces, but that's to be expected if the thing wasn't powered up. But the funny thing is, once you hit the dash, you give it like a smack on the top here, it comes back. Or other times it's when you shut the driver's door. So I was just wondering if anybody had came across anything like this, and maybe even just an earthing point. If anybody's came across this in a Vauxhall, and I believe Astra H is exactly the same. Some folk had talked about the SIM module, the CIM module being a problem, an earth connection. We've also cleaned the fuses, and still doing it. So if anybody can help with this, it'd be much appreciated. Cheers. Just start the car and see if it comes on. So that's the car started, so we've got nothing. So sometimes when we open and shut the door, it comes back. There we go. That's it, came back on just with opening the door. So, but we bang the door shut.
Then nothing works.
Stay in there. But sometimes when we tap the dash, it's away. Two stage. There you go, and then that light comes on at the top there. So we've got, and then that's all. Oh, do you hear the click?
Hear the click there, and
I heard
that
relay. That's right. Oh.
Like the timing relay.
Aye.
So it's the same as day with the door.
Again, I'll open the passenger's door this time. Passenger's door. Didn't work that time. So we'll shut the passenger's door. Open the driver's door. Hit the dashboard. Or cycle the key, Roddy. Maybe just cycle the key on and off and see if that makes it. There we go. So it seems to be when it goes down the relay cuts out, but when you reboot it comes back up. And how did it go? Did you open the door the last time? Oh, that's it. Is that? No, it's not it.
No.
That's it.
That's it. That light comes on.
Listen for the click. I never heard the click that day.
Running.
Right.
So at this point, after all that mucking about, I thought I'd take you to the scan tool. So I'm using Voxcom, so it's a 2007, and it's a Vectra C. And if you go into, I just choose vehicle, and I think that's the quick identification. It then runs through it, and you can see that's the alpha code's XX. So then you do a quick vehicle readout. Now that, I think this is exactly the same as what Tech 2 would do as a module presence. So you can see they're all present, but when the instrument panel is not working, you see it says instrument no communication up there. So we then decided we thought we'd have a look, as you can see in the first one I go into the SIM, the CIM, to see what fault code that would flag up. And I'm sure it flags that. Wait, I'll just give it a minute. Click. You see no communication with the IPC. Now that's what the SIM's looking at. Is it's just seeing that there's no CAN communication with that, and obviously it's not going to work because the thing is not powered up. So we're wondering what the reason for that is. The reason because the instrument panel is faulty, or is it a wiring issue, either a positive or an earth issue? So I had a quick look on the eBay and I see there's folk repair them. So we're kind of looking at going down that line, or even getting a second hand one and then putting the thing in. I then go into the SDM airbag module. Here you can see, and the fault code is an invalid data from the instrument panel. So that the SDM is the airbag module. So everything is pointing towards this instrument panel, but of course you don't want to change that out until you've eliminated wiring or a pin fitment issue. So I just thought I'd post this before we do any more to this car, to see if anybody out there has come across this problem before. What I'll do now, I'll show you the next screen when the thing's actually communicating, and you can see what fault codes it flings up. So this, after we've tapped on the instrument panel and got it to work, so I rescanned it again, and I'll just let you see what's generated here when you go into this quick vehicle readout, and this is when it goes through all the modules again, and you can see when the thing is working. I think there you go, instrument, it's present, and it displays 7 fault codes. So I'll just wait till this runs through, and I'll just click it and just show you. I think I tried doing read all fault codes at the bottom left, and that doesn't work. But here we go. So it's 7 fault codes, and you click at the top right hand side, and it says fault codes. Now I'm not sure if this one has the immobilizer in it again, I'm not sure. So you can see it's all U codes. So when you get a U code, what the instrument panel is saying, it cannot speak to any of these modules, but obviously these modules are fine. So the only reason it's created this U code is because it was not powered up at the time, or it's logged it, I don't know, somewhere along the line. But I just thought that was quite interesting, even hits log codes as it went along. But anyway, I've tried other tests now. That these, when you were trying to do like these tests on the instrument panel, it didn't even equate to what. See the engine speed when you went start activation. I thought it usually would put up the rev counter or whatever, but or the speedo, but it never done nothing like that. So it's a wee bit mucked up. But still, this is a great tool. When you compare that to the Snap-on or whatever, this tool's brilliant. It's not got any graphing capabilities, but Voxcom is a really good tool. I think it does up to 2011. Anyway, there's just a short video for today. Cheers.